Good morning, guys. What's happening? Just going to post a little short video here about my injectors. You guys can see I got my new injectors in there. I bought Bosh's. They were in my price range. There's some better ones out there, I guess, but I ain't got it like that. So anyway, I got my injectors in, cleaned it up a little bit. I have all ideas I'm going to be back under here at some point because my alternator looks like it came over on the Mayflower. I don't know if it works or not, but we'll figure that out at a later date. I just want to get it running, man, to make sure the motor ain't knocking or, kick a rod out or something like that. But I did the C17 test where you ground the C17 on the ECM over there. That makes your secondaries work. Right here you can see one of the actuators. I'm trying to get my light. One of the actuators on this side that open your secondary throttle plates, and man, everything works. Here's a vacuum canister right here, your vacuum solenoid down here. But I'm surprised, man. Everything seems to be in decent shape under here. I know it's old and I may have some trouble in the future, but right now everything seems to be working. It is working. Right here's my new little vacuum pump. The old one had got moisture in it and it bit the dust, and so I got this one, and this is like a backup to your engine for vacuum for these secondaries, so you make sure you always got enough vacuum to operate them when you get down on it. And taking the plenum off, this little dude right here, that thing is tough. It's hard to get in there and get that. I didn't post that on my first video. I didn't know it was back there, but I found it. And getting that little bolt out, man, takes a little bit of time to get to that. But I'm putting it back together now. I got my mating surfaces clean. I'm going to use new gaskets from Jerry's Gaskets. I took my vacuum cleaner, pulled if there was any trash in there, sucked that out, and got my fuel lines hooked back up, cleaned out my fuel rails, and it's concerning worrying about having trash in your fuel system after sitting all these years. It had some ancient gas in it and it was nasty, but those fuel injectors got some tiny holes, man. It don't take much trash to stop them up. But I got new fuel filters, cleaned out all my fuel lines. You can see the fuel lines right here. They go down underneath over here, and there's a fuel filter down under there. Got a new fuel filter in it, and I don't know if I told you, there's a little bit of damage. I got to fix that. My neighbor's restores muscle cars, rotisserie restoration or restorations, and he's gonna help me with the body work on it. And got my my new fuel pumps in. What I'm going to do now, I'll put a whole new sending unit out of a 94 in it because this one was completely disintegrated down in the fuel tank from sitting for all these years. And y'all know that ethanol draws moisture. So, but when I get it back together, I'm going to try not to run on that crap in here. We got some stations that sell 100% gasoline, and once I get rid of the cats, I'm probably going to run aviation fuel in it. I'm getting ready to put it back together. Got the mating surfaces clean on the plenum over there. You guys can see, like I was talking about in my first video, I just sat it over here on top of the tire, and that way I didn't have to take the throttle cables loose and stuff. And it's kind of rough, man, from sitting. I don't know what to do about all that. I might can polish it later or something, get it cleaned up. But right now I'm just concerned about getting it running. Fuel rails ain't the prettiest in the world, but like I said, it's I want to make sure it runs. I'm into it. I'm going to fix it no matter what, but I just want to hear it run, to be honest with you. So yeah, my alternator looks rough. The air conditioning compressors, it all needs cleaned up. It's just been sitting. So tested my spark plug wires. They seem to be within tolerance. They're the original ones. They have Corvette LT5 on them, and I know they're old, but they seem to be okay for now. And I'll have to take the plenum back off later when I get financially able to buy new coils and all that stuff. And just got to do what I can afford to do right now and just try to do it the best I can, I guess. And anyhow, I'm gonna put this on here. It's about 250 degrees here in North Carolina with 300% humidity, so it's hot. And anyhow, I'm going to put some fuel in it and pressurize the fuel system. I hadn't even tried to fire it up yet. Make sure my fuel pumps are working and get pressure on the system, so if I have any leaks I can address that right now. And I'm going to put her back together, so getting close. And then I got to prime the oiling system on it. I don't want to try to dry start it because it's been sitting so long. I want oil all in my crankshaft bearings and everything, and just get it lubed up good. But anyhow, I'll be posting another one later. Thanks, guys.